questions. Starnes, go ahead with the first one, Eric.
Coach, how important coming in was it to get off to a fast start, especially with the turnaround coming?
Never thought about that. It's never entered my mind because I never thought about the second part of your question. What was the second part of your question? Never thought about it, turnaround. This game was a separate entity. Only this game counted. It was important to get off to a good start to win this game, period. So, but, you know, thing about our group, Starnes, we don't think that way. We have a game today. There is no other game for us. Don't even think about it. Have we talked about it, the next game prior to today? I just never have done that. I've never done it because I know we can lose this one. You know, there's not a game in this league that you can't lose. So you focus on the one in front of you. You know, people that are worried about what's in front of them ain't coaches. So I focus on what's right in front of me. If you're focused on what's ahead of you, I should have said, you're not a coach. We talk about getting off to a good start. Offensively, you know, sometimes there's a huge difference in your offense and making shots. Our offense was great today. Look how many open shots we didn't make. LJ had like 3 in a row, boom, 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 boom. But that's okay. You're going to have nights like that as long as you're getting good shots. Our Holy Trinity just doesn't change. You know, defend, rebound, take care of the ball. You do those 3 things, you usually have a chance to win.
Coach, your thoughts on the job Javier did today?
Yeah, I mean, he keeps getting better. That's the kind of the credo of our program. You know, one of the things I challenged our guys with these days starting to run together on me. We got back from Provo, what night? What night was that again? Which game? Yeah, Wednesday. So Wednesday was off. Thursday. These guys probably know it's better what days I do stuff, but you know, if you can get each kid to improve in just one area, that makes the team better. But what area can you improve in? The area that JV8 has to improve in is defensive rebounding. You know, anybody can rebound a missed free throw when the other team's getting back. But to be able to rebound in traffic is what separates rebounders from good rebounders. Same with JoJo. Both those guys I thought were really good in traffic. Look, everybody has 7-footers. Everybody's got 6'9" guys. I wouldn't trade mine for none of them.
Kelvin, the defensive effort, Jerome was saying that he thinks this is the best defense he's seen and compared to the Baylor title team's defense. I mean, defensive effort.
What's the question?
The defensive effort.
Yeah, I mean, we just do it every night. It's consistency. I don't know that our defensive effort was any better than it was against Texas Tech or Central Florida. I mean, this is the way we practice, the standard that we hold. That's the standard I hold these kids to. I think as you go along, I mean, Chris, you and Joseph have heard, and Chris Gardner, you guys heard me say this 100 times. November basketball is November basketball. It's amazing how many people overreact to a win or a loss in November. Doesn't matter. December is December. Win or lose, it's just December. You know, you'll be better in December than November. You'll be better in January than December. You'll be better. You know, our goal is to keep improving. Now, we're not going to get maybe significantly better, but we got to keep getting better. And that's what I focus on. I don't focus on storylines or what about this? I don't even know what that is. It's just not part of my competitive makeup. My makeup is be where my feet are, man. That's where my thoughts are. My feet are. J1, I think one of the reasons why he played so well tonight, he's starting to get to practice now. We had the stretch there where he just couldn't practice. But we had Thursday, Friday practice. He practiced good both days. and I anticipated him playing well. I think we had a full boat in practice this week, didn't we? Even Terrence Arsenault. Terrence Arsenault was. I got mad at Malik one day. I hadn't gotten on Terrence in a while, so I just forgot. I pivoted from Malik to Terrence just to make Terrence feel welcome.
Mono, do you have a question for that?
Coach, the defense had 18 turnovers and 11 steals today. What did you think of the performance of that, and then also against their top three players, and I think Kaluma, Perry, and Carter?
Yeah, well, those guys are really good players, and they were part of our scout report. And that's just who we are. So we try to do that every game. I mean, we talk about it every game. The word we use, Manav, is disruption. There's three areas that we feel like we have to, not necessarily goals, but I go over it before and after games, is unscripted points. And that's points off turnovers, second chance points, and fast break points. But to do that, you've got to, in the words of Mr. John Willie, Ned Sampson, you got to hustle. That's an important word. You got to hustle.
J1, how much does not being able to practice or get kind of affect you in terms of rhythm and stuff? And how big was it this week to, like you said, get in there and start getting some work in between games?
Basically just try to get my rhythm back, take a couple of steps, just try and find my groove every, chance I get, and just playing with a lot of confidence. Even though I took a step back from practice, I still sit back and I still learn. I still try to find ways to help my teammates even when I'm not on the court. So just still trying to help Jay, help JoJo, help the young guys too. Just let them know it's okay to make a mistake. Just try to overcome it with something good. And just being back on the court now is just basically just trying to get my groove back and just play to the best of my ability.
How is your knee responding to the treatment, and do you feel like you're able to do a little more now than a few weeks ago?
Yeah, most definitely, especially just getting a lot of treatment with John Houston. I think he's the best in the business, and I just keep trusting him and believing in him, and just taking it step by day. No rush, and just trying to get back 100%.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Javier, Coach mentioned your emphasis on defensive rebounding. What is the key to that for you, and what was that today?
Just going out there, just getting rebounds. That was just my main focus. Just rebounding. Emphasize it every day. So just came out today, put that on my mind.
Go ahead, Chris.
Kelvin, how have you seen J1 improve offensively over the years, especially with that hook shot? It seems like he's gotten it to a new level now.
Well, there was only one way to go when he got here. He didn't have an offensive game. But I loved the way he played. I thought he fit us perfectly. We recruit guys that fit us, not you, us. That's really important. So we have a culture here. We have a way of playing. J1 was about 6'6", 7'2", 7'3" wingspan, big heart, and a high basketball IQ. Those guys get better. There's a lot of guys that – it's hard for low IQ kids to get better, not in basketball. And I've had some kids that were 4.0 students that would have to study to pass a blood test in basketball. Just not very smart. But J1 is smart both ways. He's smart academically, and he's off the charts IQ. But that's part of our evaluation. And don't ever confuse recruiting with evaluation. They're two different animals. We don't go recruit, we evaluate. Then we choose who we want to go recruit. And some kids that we're recruiting and evaluating, the more we see them, the more we say, nope, not a good fit here. But he'll be a good fit somewhere and be a good player somewhere. He's just not a good fit here. And we don't miss on those kids.
J1, you had a really big dunk in the second half, and the crowd was really just pretty loud today. What were your thoughts on playing in this, kind of environment in front of a packed crowd here today?
I just think we got the best fans in the world, too. And they support us. And it kind of gets us going, too. Gives us a lot of confidence in our teammates. And when we make a big play, just, fuels the crowd. And I think it just brings us closer and let us know that, we're not by ourselves. We got people that's uplifting us. Even when something goes wrong, they still clap for us. So we definitely appreciate that. And like I said, I feel like we do have the best fans in the world, best student section, everything.
We just got back from playing. We've been to Ames, Iowa. Incredible home court advantage for them. Fort Worth, TCU's gym. Unbelievable student presence. Hard to play on that gym. Provo, Utah. I mean, it's hard to win on the road in this league. And sometimes you can play well, and just what the fan bases do for their home team. These environments are unbelievable. It's one of the great things about the NCAA tournament. None of those are road games. But I'm really, really proud of our fans. They've been here all year. Everybody wants to think about the way it was in the past. We're not in the past anymore. Quit comparing it to that. That has nothing to do with it. We've shown up every night. Cynical people are always looking for something wrong, right? Well, that's I feel sorry for them. That's probably cynical in life too. But if you write about our fan base, talk about how great they are. Like some people, we can have 7,200 people at the gym. If we have 50 seats. Well, we didn't have a full house. Hold up. What is your point? Our fans are awesome, and I appreciate them. We can't do what we do without our fans, and neither can these teams at the gyms we're playing. Iowa State's fans make their team better. TCU fans, Saturday afternoon in Fort Worth, that place was electric. I wish some of you could have gone to Provo, Utah, and have to see what we had to go through that night to get that W. And look what Tang had to play in front of today. Look at what Grant and Tech had to play in front of. Look at UCF. It's every game. That's why this place is a tough place to play. And I get that we're good, but we're a lot better when our fans are with us. And I really appreciate them for that.
Got time for a couple more. Chris, go ahead.
Kelvin, are you seeing Damian settle in now into that role? Second straight game where he seems really comfortable coming off the bench.
No, I think it's more than second straight. I think he's had a lot of games more than that. Depends on what you're looking at. His defense is getting better. I don't evaluate our guys based on if they're scoring points. That doesn't mean that you didn't play good. Emmanuel couldn't throw it in the ocean standing on shore the other night. He had 9 rebounds. He impacted winning. My thing with these kids is you got to find a way to impact winning. You don't have to always score points. I didn't even look at the stat sheet. What was LJ tonight? LJ was 3 for 11, 1 for 6. Emmanuel was 3 for 15, 2 for 8. We held that team to 52%. 52 points. The cynical people will look and say, well, this guy didn't do that. We can't make free throws. We can't do this. We can't do that. And you're probably right. You're probably right. But we can guard. And last time I checked, the team with the most points wins games. We defend, we rebound, and don't overlook how we take care of the ball. That's not an accident. Now, Damian, if I was his first grade school teacher, I would have pulled his earlobe and made him sit down because he had 3 just dumb turnovers. He's still learning that that's not okay. Turnovers are based on decisions. Make the right decision. So, but you're right, Chris. He's getting more comfortable. He's not going in the game trying to, do something he shouldn't do. You know, sometimes I look at these guards, especially the ones that are comfortable with the ball in their hands, and I like them to bring the ball up court. Now, sometimes I look at Damian, and I want to tell him to throw it to a guard.
Brian, you got a question?
So, quick turnaround. Are you going to go watch film today? Or does it wait till tomorrow?
No. We'll meet, I think Busley's at noon tomorrow. So coach and staff will meet early in the morning. I have to do what I do, our analytics, and make my notes off this game. And then you know, we just do what we always do. It's the next game. I don't know that we ever look at it any more than that. When I was at Oklahoma, one of the big things was Big Monday. Remember when that first came out? We were on Big Monday a lot. And every time you're on Big Monday, you played on Saturday. So I've gone through this a lot of times, many times. I just don't, you know, we got a game Monday night. Team we play plays today. We play today. We're all on even turf. So it's our next game. We'll go get ready for it.
Kelvin, my mother would say I had wooden ears for asking a question about something that was down the line when you were talking about it being in front of you. You talk about the Big Monday. You talk about the road opportunity. It's also a game that means a lot to this fan base, and you're always very plugged in with this fan base. Do you understand the significance of Monday's contest? And I don't think it's going to impact the way you prepare, or the guys prepare. But
Not at all. I won't say one word to our team about fan base's expectations. I mean, I wish I could be more like what you're thinking, I guess, but that's just not the way I roll, you know. Coach Terry and Coach Haith and that staff, good friends of mine. Coach Beard, good friend of mine. You know, scrimmaged them a couple times, and they got a good team. Start reading any more into it than that, I don't know the significance of it. It's a 40-minute game played on a 94-foot slab of rectangular wood. We'll try to win the game. And then when that game's over, we're going to move on to the next one. That's just the way we do it here.